Welcome to ANS Solver question 25. OABC is a parallelogram and O is the origin. CK is equal to 2KB. So we know that the line CB is in the ratio or is divided in the ratio 1:2. So we can therefore conclude that CK is 2 out of the 3 portions of the whole line, and KB would be 1/3 of the portions of the whole line. So 1/3p. Now let's see the rest of the information. M is the midpoint of KL. AL is equal to LB. So we know that L would be the midpoint, therefore AL would be half Q and LB would also be half Q. Now OA is equal to P, OC is equal to Q. Now let's move on to solve the first part of the question, part A. KL, the vector K. How you do that is, you basically just have to work your way from the first letter to the second letter, from K to L. So how you do that is, you first move from K to B. So from vector K to B, plus after K to B, to move to L, you move from B to L. So let's do that. So KB would be 1/3p as we calculated earlier, and BL. Now the vector OC is Q, not CO. If we go from CO, it would be negative Q because you're going in the opposite side of the direction vector. Therefore, when we move from B to L, it is the opposite side of the direction vector. Therefore, we would have to take negative half Q. Therefore, your final answer for part A being 1/3p minus half Q. Now let's move on to part B, the position vector of M, which means that they are asking you to find the vector OM, basically from the origin of the shape to the letter M. So how you do that is, we can work our way from O to A, and you can use any method. This is only one technique that you can use, but you can even use any other direction like O to C, C to K, K to M. But I'm using the other direction, that is O to A to L, L to M. You'll get the same answer using both methods. So let's continue. O to A plus A to L plus L to M. Now O to A, it's pretty straightforward. They've given it to us in the question as B. A to L we calculated before we started solving the question, that is half Q, and LM. Now we found the direction vector of KL, but we are looking at the opposite direction, so it would be technically be negative, and plus M is the midpoint, so we take negative half multiplied by the direction vector of KL, that is 1/3p minus 1/2q. So now all we need to do is expand and simplify. So p plus half q minus, so minus half multiplied by 1/3 would be 1/6 because 2 into 3 is 6, and minus half multiplied by minus half would be positive 1/4. So now all you need to do is find the LCM and simplify. So to do that, you have to take common denominators of the common variables. So there are two variables in this case, that are P and Q. So the two terms of P are P and negative 1/6. Now we need to make both the denominators of both the terms the same. So how we do that is, we multiply P by 6 and the denominator of P also by 6. So we would therefore have 6p minus p whole thing divided by 6, because now they have a common denominator. And we do the same thing for Q. So half and 1/4, and how we get the same denominator of 4 is by multiplying the half Q by 2 in the numerator and the denominator. So plus 2Q plus 1 or only q, the whole thing divided by 4, because now they have a common denominator. So therefore your final answer would be 6 minus 1, which is 5q, divided by 6, my bad, plus 2q plus q, which is 3q, divided by 4. Therefore this would be your final answer for question 25 part B.